Hi, my name is Mihir, and we'll be going over patch 25.05 and also be joined by Mateus shortly after. So let's go ahead and get into the buffs. So Aphelios is seeing an attack speed ratio increase from 0.64 to 0.658. Now, buffs like these are always really interesting because they usually feel like quality of life, and they usually don't make or break the champion. But it is worth noting that Aphelios' pick rate has gone up consistently for the last 3 patches, and I anticipate it would go up this patch as well, maybe capping out around 5.5 to 6% pick rate. Dr. Mundo received a little bit over a 30 health HP increase base, and that helps his item synergies as well as his passive synergy. So again, nothing too game breaking, but you might see a little bit more Dr. Mundo, especially depending on some of the matchups. Next up, we have Seraphine Q. Her maximum champion damage amp went from 60 to 75%, which is a fancy way to say her Q is going to pack a lot more punch if you're low health. Last but not least, we have Zed, who's seeing his first buff in quite a little bit, so his E damage is going up from 65 to 165 base plus 65% bonus AD to 70 to 170 base plus 80% AD. I'm also a little bit curious how this might affect Zed jungle, because a lot of the reasons why it's weak right now is his clear, but I could totally see this improving his clear, and who knows, we might see a resurgence of Zed jungle. So now let's get into the nerfs, which are a pretty hefty list of nerfs. So Mbessa is seeing her E lose 20 base damage at rank 5, but honestly, I don't think that will change the nature of the champion too much. Still will probably be a very strong option for a lot of top laners. Ashe is losing some damage on her ult, going down from 250, 450, and 650 magic damage per rank to 200, 400, and 600, so losing about 50 damage per rank. Aurora is also seeing some power taken off of her E, with the damage going from 70 to 230 base, plus an 80% AP multiplier, down to 65 to 225 base, and a 70% AP ratio. So mainly losing that 10% AP, which you'll definitely feel that if you're playing Aurora, but also playing against it. Cho'Gath is a champion I feel like has been a little bit sleeper broken for the past few patches, and he's seeing quite a few nerfs. So his Q and W both lost 20 damage respectively, and his E max HP damage, instead of being 3% flat, will now go from 2.5 to 3.5, which means it's a bit weaker early, but stronger later on. Elise has been terrorizing bot lanes, but usually not the ones on your team. She's usually terrorizing your own team, but she is going to lose a lot of the damage that made her strong in the first place. So she lost about 20 damage on her human form Q, and her spider form Q lost 10 damage as well. K'Sante lost some oomph on his passive mark damage, and probably the most deserved nerf was the all-out W nerf. I've seen so many clips of people getting one-shot by it, but the all-out W damage went from 100% true damage to 80%. To be fully honest, I still think he's going to be perfectly fine, but probably a little bit less popular compared to other options. And finally, they fucking nerfed Skarner. 2% less max HP damage on Q, with 0.25 seconds being shaved off of the slow from the Q, and then his ECD also went out a couple seconds. And that's pretty much it. Oh, Yorick was also on the nerf list, but no one fucking plays that champion, so that's pretty much it for champion balance. And let's switch over to esports very briefly. So last time we were live, which was last week, we had Hanwha Life and Team Liquid and Flying Oysters locked in as their respective First Strike representatives. But now we have every region determined, and First Strike will be starting very soon, I believe next week. So the remaining representatives that were decided over the past week were Top Esports over from China, Carmine Corp from LEC, which I don't think anyone saw coming. And that pretty much sets the stage for First Strike to start very soon. So hopefully it is pretty enjoyable. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but I guess we'll find out pretty shortly. Anyways, that's all from me. I'll see you guys after a short break. Hello, Portillo.
Hey. Hey.
So tell me, what does professionalism mean to you?
Professionalism? Which context?
Any context is
Any
up to you.
context? Or be a professional?
Yeah.
Be professional?
hmm
Tweet professionally?
What does professionalism mean, though? What does it mean to tweet professionally?
Tweet professionally. Oh, put out posts out there, make fun, be fun,
hmm
make people happy.
What's the most fun you've ever had tweeting?
Most fun? 2020, probably.
What happened in 2020?
2020, COVID. Well, not COVID.
COVID
No,
was
not
fun?
tweeting about COVID, but you know how.
Wow, millions
let
of
me
people
rephrase
getting
it.
sick is awesome. Yeah.
So when COVID happened,
hmm
you know how everyone went to the internet, right? They
Yeah.
couldn't stay.
Yeah.
They had to stay at home, and they had to look at social media. So a lot of people were looking at social media. So that was a fun time because the goal was to bring as much fun and happiness as possible for people who were trying to distract from the issues that COVID was bringing. So I was just trying to make a silly tweet here or a dumb tweet there. So I think I had a lot of fun in those times. So of course, like those times were not fun, but
So considering how much fun you had during COVID-19, is your job still fun, or would you say, because it's been so long and I feel like the attitude around League has changed a lot. So has your job become any more corporate, as they say, or is it still very much fun for you?
it is fun. It's definitely a much different fun because esports viewership decline and the industry is not as sharp in sponsors or like compared to a couple years ago. So it is still fun because we are able to have as much freedom when we want to create things, but of course it's not as fun when we're seeing like those things happening, But
Yeah.
we roll the punches.
Yeah. So how have you personally felt in terms of, like you said, a lot of the hype has died down? Do you ever lose optimism?
Yeah, well, not lose optimism. I'll definitely lose motivation,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of has a synergy with optimism.
Mm-hmm.
ESL, sorry.
Mhm.
But I try to look in a way that like, let's try to use this moment to see what we can do and how we can turn things around. But it's definitely like, of course, a sentiment of like, oh my god, I wish esports was doing so good,
Mhm.
or this game was doing so good, like in the past. Like, I don't know, let's say C9 TSM rivalries in 2019, 100K viewers, easy. So I always try to keep my head up and see what are the other opportunities or ways, because like esport is kind of still the same, but there's like more things that are coming, but at the same time it's like it's not the same in the past. But we keep going.
Do you have any opinions on what changed that won't get you in trouble?
What changed? I have my opinions.
Mhm.
I don't know if they could get me in trouble, but I would say well, they probably won't get me in trouble. But
Mhm.
I think like teams leaving the LCS in the past, for example, I think that was like a loss of rivalry,
Mhm.
and there are new teams that are still building up rivalries. So I would say like by cutting that part or cutting the organization or cutting that team or even like not cutting them deciding to leave, they kind of like felt that we kind of lost the essence, like of the LCS. Let's say things that will get me in trouble. Let's not talk about it.
So now that you
But
discussed TSM leaving the league. No, I'm joking.
bro, honestly, TSM should be. Oh my god, it will be the biggest comeback ever. Viewership will go up, of course. Let's bring it back.
But you work for C9. Like, it's in your best interest not to have them back.
Well, I guess like for the future of the league, let's bring it back.
Yeah.
Let's spice some things up. Yeah.
What players would you like to see play for TSM?
I don't know, man. Any player.
You don't care?
No, I don't care.
You just want to see TSM back?
Look, I think TSM was fun
Mm-hmm.
when we were in the league.
Uh-huh.
What other one?
Why do you go? I mean, listen. I heard TSM has 5 employees.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make it 6? Are you trying to leave C9 and go work for them?
No, I'm not. Know your limits. But yeah.
Okay. I'm watching you very intently.
No, I am watching too.
Yeah. I heard you play League like in your free time.
A little bit. I've been so much more in games in the past. Right now. Okay, so I went to Brazil with the team for playoffs.
Yeah.
I played a lot of TFT there because there was no solo queue. Well, I actually got to play in a Riot account, so that was pretty fun. Master Queue.
They giving anyone a Riot account. What the fuck?
Yeah, they had like I played one.
What rank were you?
That was Master Queue. We won.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Cheers to that.
What rank do you play? Or what role do you play?
I play jungle.
Oh, okay.
Brazilian jungle. It's pretty strong.
I don't know. I mean, did
No.
any Brazilian team make it out of?
That's true. You can see when they don't make it.
Mm-hmm.
But I play jungle, yeah. I play a lot of TFT. Not a lot, but a little bit. Used to play more games in the past. Do you play?
I play quite a bit. I play a lot of ARAM.
A lot of ARAM?
A lot of ARAM. I
ARAM
don't play
God?
ranked that much, but I recently played in like the NECL OQ, like the qualifiers, and my team got our asses handed to us. Like, basically the way the bracket worked is on day 1, if you win, you play immediately after, and if you lose on day 1, you play on day 2, and then if you lose day 2, you're done. I remember on day 1, I told my team, yo, like, let's try and end this series very quickly. I have stuff to do after. And we did end the series. We lost 2 games in under an hour. It was pretty impressive. I don't think any other team has done that before. So we definitely broke a lot of records.
How do you feel about it? Did you feel happy?
It felt amazing because I was spending time with my good friends. And
that's all that matters, right?
there is no amount of... Listen, some people in the call were not feeling the same way. But for me, just spending time with my friends, that's all it takes. Speedrun the airport. Buddy, we didn't even go to the airport. At this point, we're walking home. Like, we're not taking a bus. We're not taking any planes. Like, we got so embarrassed. But, like, it's low-key chill because it ignited, like, a fire in me. And now I kind of want to play the game more. So, like, I might start playing the game more. But I just went on a tangent. I wanted to ask you, do you feel like playing the game is a requisite or does it make you better at your job?
Great question. I think the past years that I work in social media, I definitely felt that if an organization is joining a game, you as a social media manager need to know everything. Not everything, okay, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You need to understand the basics, the lingos, the
Culture.
the culture of the community. So one of the things that I always push forward to was like, I don't know, C9, they had in 2018, 2019, like 12, 15 titles. How the hell a social media manager is going to manage all of this not knowing anything? When we joined Dota, I played Dota. When we joined Rainbow Six, I played Rainbow Six. I think that you need to grind a game enough to understand how the game works, if you're going to make coverage, how the agents work. Because, like, let's say Rainbow Six has so many characters and so many items and so many specifics. So you do need to learn. Buy the game, learn the game. And, yeah. So I would say it will definitely amplify your work on socials if you learn the game and you engage the community and you see what happens. I think, like, a lot of the things that I try to pass to the people that do socials, like, trauma in games. It might not seem like fun, but like I think there is a certain level of trauma when you're playing games that will create humor. So humor made from trauma. Does that make sense?
That's a very interesting way of describing it.
Yeah. Let's say that you die X many times by this item that is broken, or this champion that is like so broken. And how many Cassandra games, right? So that needs to be like some traumatic moment when you're playing solo queue or you're playing area, and like that you can turn into a fun post or a fun comment. So yeah.
Have you ever dealt with someone who you worked with or maybe interacted with that didn't understand the game and it made it difficult? Because I know for me, and a lot of fans in general, they feel like a lot of the upper management don't really play the game, and thus you see a lot of decisions that don't really make sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to leadership and higher ups, thank you.
Yeah.
It's hard because they don't play as much games as we do. I think there are some people that play games. I would say like Jack in C9, he plays a lot of games. He plays a lot of Wild Rift these days, but he used to play League and TFT, WoW Gamer too. But watching, I think it makes you learn as well. But yeah, I think there are some. If you work in esports and gaming, I feel that at some level you have to like play something, even if it's like casual. It's good to understand and learn how to, because I know, like, for example, in leadership, I think they think a lot about the business side, money, and that part. So maybe like what is the part of this product or this game that can be like, I don't know, seen as a product, and maybe like what can we do with this, learning more about it. Also like in-game monetizations. Sometimes I would say leadership, they look at, oh, this skin's pretty dope. How about we get a Wink skin in-game?
Mm-hmm.
And then this up. I don't know. I think there's a couple of ways that they can see that. But yeah, they should play more games.
Yeah.
Am I talking too much?
No, you're doing perfectly fine. I was going to mention you have a CB LOL t-shirt and a C9 jacket.
I do have a CB
Do you enjoy wearing the image of the loser?
Look, buddy.
When's the last time C9 won a split?
They won in spring 2020. No, they won summer. 2023 they won
No,
spring?
2023 summer they like lost.
No, the 2022 summer they won.
2022 summer and 2023 spring.
Yeah, spring. Okay. See?
Yeah, it's been
but see below. I gotta wear my roots, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like saying. There was a day that I was sitting on the curb, right? And someone was standing up. They're like, "Why are you sitting on the curb, bro?" I said, "I don't know. I feel like I left Brazil, but Brazil never left me. So I always have this culture in me."
Do Brazilians sit on the curb?
We do sit on the curb
Why?
because I don't know. There's not a lot of places to sit. There's not many benches. There's a lot of places in Brazil that is not very rich, so you just sit on the curb, sit on the floor, sit on the ground. It's culture. So I think that doesn't make sense to the answer, but I gotta rep Brazil. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, considering you do have roots with the CB LOL, how did you react to the merger at first? Because I know a lot of Brazilians were not huge fans.
Not very fun. Yeah. I actually went on a podcast with a bunch of. Do you know Ilha das Lendas? Baiana. Twitch.tv/Baiana.
Yes.
Yeah. We went on a podcast because like Brazil was almost burning down Riot Games because of the changes. And they're like, oh, this is bad. And LTA happened. And Brazil in the beginning was not very happy about it because it kind of like gave away their own region development, but also like how, I don't know, it's complicated. But they had a lot of viewership and they always wanted to get like this pot for international, but also like there was like they are the worst region in the world, unfortunately. So how they're gonna develop the region? Like they're playing against the top teams right now, yes, and they can't practice, but it's tough, bro. You're not gonna see a Brazilian team winning anytime. So
Do you think it's like a necessary evil then to combine the two regions?
it's definitely a more advantage for NA for sure than for Brazil. In terms of viewership, I think we already saw in the past LTA playoffs that like there is a lack of numbers, a big lack of numbers when Brazilian teams don't make it to finals. So there's a whole discussion about like level of the game, viewership, how good it was. But definitely Brazilians were big mad.
Were you big mad?
No. You know why?
Is that a PR answer?
No. No, I was fine. I kind of liked it because I never worked in CBLOL. I always went to the finals. I went to 2014 finals, 2015, 16.
Oh, you were old as shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? 2014. I was 12.
2014 was the first ever finals in a stadium in Brazil. It
How
was
old were you?
Kaboom. I was 17. 16, 17.
Okay, not that bad. I was like
16 to 17.
I was 12.
But I went there. It was CNB versus Kaboom Esports. So.
Oh, we have a question in chat. What's your favorite esport to watch? Is it CS:GO?
Favorite esports to watch?
I mean, you can. There's no rules. You can't not ask a question. So.
I wanna say I'm a big fan of Melee.
Smash?
Yeah,
Why?
I think it's hype as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, but I would say I think League is fine when it's Worlds.
Oh, really?
CS is good. Oh, okay. No, just kidding. Apex Legends. Apex Legends esports is like the best system and most hype, entertaining finals that they have.
How does your
have you
system
watched
work?
them?
No, I've never watched.
Okay, so there are 20 teams in the grand finals.
What the fuck?
Uh,
Oh, because it's a battle royale.
yeah, it's a battle
okay,
royale.
Okay, I was
So
like,
it's 20 teams, and
Yeah.
for you to win the game, you have to score 50 points, and then when you have 50 points, you're in a match point. So if you win the next game, you get first place, you win. But that's the thing. There have been Apex grand finals that went to like game 9, game 10 because there were like 8 to 10 teams in match point, but they didn't win. They couldn't win the game. So like, it's just hype as fuck, bro. If you know, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you talking about rank in League. I mean, one of the most prestigious ranks in League is like Master, Grandmaster, Challenger. Are you a Predator?
What kind of question is that?
That's the highest. That's the highest rank in Apex.
That's true, bro. I actually hate the name of the. That.
It's like, imagine walking in public. Yo, I'm a Predator. What the fuck?
Yeah, Drake Elo.
Drake Elo?
Drake Elo.
Are you Kendrick Elo?
I just watch on the sidelines.
You don't play?
No.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
Apex?
Apex, yeah.
No, I play Apex a lot. In COVID times, I got plat, and that was my.
Oh, so you are Kendrick Low.
Kendrick
Because he's
Low.
like 5'3", 5'4".
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6, almost 1. 6.80.
So you're actually
7.
5'10". So you're actually 5'10", no?
No, I'm 185 meters.
185 meters?
Yeah.
You mean centimeters?
No, 1.85
Oh,
meters.
I was like 185 meters.
Okay, 1.85
Yeah, there we go. I was about to say.
185 centimeters, yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment on C9? Yeah.
Stand up next to him.
Height?
Oh my gosh.
Does it fit?
Stand up?
Yeah. I mean, you said what? 6'1"? Oh shit! I'm about to get exposed. Back to back, yeah. Bro, stop.
Am I that high?
Yeah, especially from that angle, you look way taller too.
Bro, like stop. Yes. Fuck.
But, what was the question?
That moment was like, do you have a favorite moment on C9?
I have a favorite moment. Yes, I
Mhm.
do. Yes, I do. I forgot about the mic.
There you go.
2018.
Wait, pause. Mihir and Porty are short. I can confirm. Aren't you 5'4"?
Shelly, we'll beat you up.
We would never hurt a woman.
Uh,
We would never.
in game.
I would never hurt a
Yeah.
woman. I don't know what this guy does behind closed doors. I would never.
Damn, an international women's mouth? That's crazy.
Matea's shorter than me. That's crazy. You have some haters.
I do. Shelly's a hater.
She is a hater.
She's
She's
a
always
big
nice
hater.
to me. Why is that? Why is that?
Anger.
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 Because
Yeah.
C9's better than FlyQuest?
Yeah.
How so? I mean,
Anger.
you guys haven't won a split in
Yeah, we
In 2
won
years.
6.
you won 6?
Yeah.
Okay, but you haven't won in 2 years.
Wait. What were we talking about again?
We're talking about your favorite moment on C9.
Yes, favorite moment. 2018, Overwatch League Finals. We won versus the Philadelphia Fusion. And I got to go on the stage, and I lift one of the players, and Tempus Rob took a really good picture of that moment, and it became the book of the Overwatch League.
Oh, really?
And the photo is really, really, really sick. It's this one, if you watch on YouTube.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'll go look for it. It was a London Spitfire, right?
Yeah, I have a tattoo of the London Spitfire.
You have an Overwatch tattoo?
I do have a C9 tattoo.
Okay, that's a little bit better. More acceptable. I was actually thinking about getting another tattoo. What should I get?
Basil Cat.
Okay, anything else?
2 Basil Cats.
So stupid.
How about you get 3 Basil Cats?
Well, what's next? 4?
Wait, did you work at Immortals? Be honest. Don't deny your past.
At some point in time, yeah. That was a dark, dark time in my life. IMT tattoo?
IMT tattoo. We can get one that like when we like touch arms,
Yeah.
it completes.
Yeah, Immortals and then like the
Yeah.
logo. Yeah. That was quite the experience. It's actually really funny because after IMT got eliminated, there was obviously like less meetings and less stuff, and I started grinding solo queue. It was a lot of
What
fun.
year was that? 2018, 17?
2023. I'm not
Oh.
that old. What the
Oh,
fuck?
I thought you were talking about the first
No,
time
no, no.
Immortals.
No, they got eliminated from like they didn't even make playoffs.
Oh, it was
In-
like when they
yeah.
came back.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I just remember just doing fuck all after they got eliminated. But I had some bangers. I can't lie.
Dude, their account is hella inactive on Twitter right now.
Yeah, because they're not in the league.
I know. I
I would
but
hope.
not even in other games.
I would not.
They didn't
know.
put a farewell or like, hey guys, that's it. Mic drop.
Just disappeared.
Yeah, I hope they never delete the account like Golden Guardians did.
Dude, that was so sad.
Because to be honest, it just erased the whole history of the organization and people's work and all the cool stuff, all the videos of Nick Smith.
Yeah. I
Missed
mean, their
that time.
YouTube is still there. I went looking for it yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
Because I did at Worlds 2022, they did like a social media video at like the World Finals, and I won like $40 RP. Do you know the first thing I did with the $40 RP?
What?
Yes. Why are you smiling?
I don't know, bro. You gave away in your channel?
No.
Okay.
I bought a couple skins.
Okay.
I had a missus at the time. She got a skin.
Oh, nice.
My friend got a skin. Everyone got a skin. I was like Oprah Winfrey.
What about
I did not know you back then.
Well,
Would you like a skin?
yeah.
Okay, well, you can keep on wishing because I'm not going to get you one.
Okay.
You are on my friends list, though.
Huh?
Wait, you're going to what?
No, never
No.
mind.
What skin? Name your price.
No, bro.
No, what are you going to say?
Let's hold that one for the next episode. Right? There's gonna be a next episode.
With you?
Right?
There's going to be a next episode. It won't be with you, though.
Damn.
You're going to be replaced like that. The moment you're gone from this door, done.
Damn. Okay, good to know.
So how'd you get started becoming a social media?
Dude, I don't know. I was just shit posting on Twitter.
Do you have any like formal education in terms of social media marketing?
Great question. I finished high school 2015,
Okay.
and in 2016 I started doing computer science in college.
Okay. In Brazil?
In Brazil, yes, it was like in person, and I would just go. But I was always into esports, and in 2016, Fallen CS player, Brazilian.
I feel like I've heard that name. Is he like very famous?
Yeah,
I think I've definitely heard the name at some
it's called like the father of CS in Brazil.
Mhm.
I was working for him for doing translations in Portuguese and English for CS, his business like Games Academy, and then he posted my name on Twitter, and then I joined Immortals because me and two other guys applied for we made a proposal saying like, oh yeah, we'll post things on the Immortals account, and like we joined.
That was
But-
during Peak Immortals, right?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
like they were peaking.
Yeah, they were really good.
But it was always just computer science, and in 2017 in April I dropped out. But I don't have a marketing background or publicity, propaganda. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
biz-
you don't have any background in PR or anything.
yeah.
So then-
But
But
I actually got admitted to a college this weekend.
oh, really? Going back to school?
Yeah, I might.
Are you gonna like stay at C9 though?
Yeah.
Okay, so like half and half.
I think it's gonna be a lot of work, but
Yeah.
fuck it, bro.
How do you like
Football.
improve then? Because like you said, you don't really have the education in marketing. So what was your biggest tool to improve at your job then?
Be curious.
Curious.
Be curious. Learn about things.
You know Curious George?
I am always. What's that?
You don't know who Curious George is? It's like a cartoon with a
Oh,
little
it's a little
monkey.
monkey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know much of the names in English.
Uh-huh.
Mostly in Portuguese.
Wait, what is it in Portuguese?
Actually, it's Jorge Curioso.
Okay.
Which is the same.
You just said it backwards.
But be curious. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always someone that I cannot stand with ignorance. Besides, like, when there's a topic in front of me. So
Mhm.
let's say we talk about like, oh, how is this thing done? Like, I'm not gonna say like whatever. Like,
Mhm.
I won't go. I'll literally go on my phone. I'll search and I'll read about it and I'll try to get familiar with or like just learn. Same thing with like other topics. So being curious and trying to learn as much as I can. Learning is how do they say that in English?
Some people call it a gift.
Yeah.
I think it's a curse because I hated school.
I mean, I think at school is. I don't know about U.S. schools, but my school in high school was pretty nice.
Speaking of high school, when's the first time you got your heart broken?
He was in high school. You were
Really?
right.
Tell me the story. Tell me the story of you getting your heart
he was
broken.
he was just like she used to be my best friend for the longest time, and then I told her that I like her, and that was it. And she was like, "Cool, friends up."
Is this like a Kennen event? I swear the same shit happened to me. I feel like every guy's had that Kennen event.
Yeah.
How did you bounce back?
How do I bounce back?
Uh-huh.
Stop talking to them.
Do you talk to her now or no?
No, I don't talk to her. I had like conversations after college, like after years ago, but it was just like, "How you been?"
How have you
Nothing
been?
nothing like a normal conversation.
How have you been though?
I'm doing good, bro. Actually, went to a spa last weekend.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty nice.
Where's my invite?
Where's my skin?
I didn't know you back then. You can get a skin now.
Shit, touche.
Was it in K-Town?
No, it was in
Because I've been to spa in K-Town.
the
I forgot the name. Do you know
Wispa.
Yeah, I think so. It
I've
was
been
like
to a
years ago.
Wispa. You want to go to a Wispa together?
What the fuck are we going to do at a spa together?
First, we'll go to the closet and then we change clothes.
Well, I do have some experience coming out of the closet, so.
Me too.
Oh, really? Twinsies. I don't know if we should go to that spa anymore, actually, now that I think about it.
But we can go to Wispa and then we change clothes. Well, we don't change. We just take them out and then we go to the pool.
Yeah,
Put
pretty
like a-
relaxing.
I would say it's relaxing. Very.
I think it's like really interesting how when you're a social media manager, you have to directly deal with all the flame from the fans.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way because they can't reach the like CEO. They can't reach the.
Yes.
So-
You get a connection so hard with the brand, depending on like the company that you work for. I think like I have a pretty big connection with C9 that it gets in your feels sometimes, you know. I think like one of the worst moments ever was when Sneaky got benched and everyone was like
That sounds like a nightmare.
shitting on C9 like that was the dumbest decision.
Mhm.
And so much hate. So much hate. And yeah. I think like these days I'm just like, cool. And then I close Tweet Deck.
Would Sneaky be the player you miss the most then, or
No, I miss Nitsky a lot.
really? That's interesting.
Nitsky and I bonded really well in 2019. We used to go out. He used to call me brother. And the thing about 2019 was that every time Sneaky would go home, I would hijack his PC. So I would just play solo queue in that PC.
Oh,
So in the room, it was like Licorice, Blabber, me, Niski, Zazo, and Svenskaren. All in the same.
who the fuck was playing AD carry?
No. I'm saying like after screams.
Oh, after script.
Yeah. And I would just play solo queue in his PC, so I'll just hang out with the boys there. And I got really close with Niski because of that, and also just hanging out. Yeah.
Have you kept in touch with him at all?
Yeah, sometimes I talk to him on Instagram, but it's hard because he lives in Europe. So
Mhm.
he's doing his thing with KC, I think.
I think so. He's on the KC Blue team or whatever.
But yeah, it was nice. I used to be in the team house for the longest time, bro. But these days, I'm just like,
No more team house.
I go there when
Mhm.
they're doing some things or finishing scrims. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think I get along pretty well with the players and like just in general. I think I can strike a conversation really easy.
Mm-hmm. It's like C9 is one of the few teams that still does team houses. Do you have a preference? Do you think one is better than the other, office versus team house, or think it matters?
We never had enough of like a
Mhm.
facility. We have like a staff office
Yeah.
that has a studio, but the players' house is kind of like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we used to work everyone together in a team house a couple of years ago, 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But then we moved to an office. I wish we could do the same back in the day, you know, just because I think you get a connection much closer to the players.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you talk about socials and marketing and you like need to create a storyline, you also need to understand how these people behave, how they like. I love asking questions to my players. My players, like I talk to the
He
players.
thinks he's on the team.
Yeah, bro thinks he's on the team. It's crazy. So I always like hitting them with questions and like trying to learn more about them, their culture. We have a pretty diverse team, so it's nice.
Yeah.
Have you had any connection with any player?
I think I'm friends with a few players throughout the league. It's usually the ones who are. Let me think about it. Because I feel like through interviewing, I've met almost all of them. But there's definitely a gap in the ones that I'm friends with and I'm definitely not friends with. But I think I have like this relationship where I don't talk to them often, but when I do, it's like very comfortable. In terms of like pro players I'm actually friends with, it's like only a handful because they're usually pretty busy. But it's similar to you. I really like asking them questions because I feel like it's a perspective that's very unique in the sense that asking a pro player what they think about a champion or what they think about a certain news, you're going to get a perspective or an opinion that you otherwise wouldn't really get from anyone else. Because I think the difference between a fan and a pro player is like night and day. Usually a pro player thinks very much more in depth. They have a better opinion. So yeah, I do enjoy asking players a lot of questions.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like getting the gamer's head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're a gamer, right?
I am a gamer. I used to when I was younger, in I'd say honestly I started gaming at a pretty young age, like kindergarten. I used to play Wizard 101. If you know what that is. Have you heard of it maybe?
Wizard 101.
It's like a little bit of an older game and I think they're bankrupt now so they don't really update it. But I used to the way the game worked is you could only play a certain amount for free and then you had to pay. So what I do is I would speedrun, max out the game, make a new account, speedrun, max out the game. So I played like Wizard 101. I played Club Penguin. And then, funny enough, my friends actually started playing League in like 4th or 5th grade. Like very young. How old are you in 4th grade? Like 10?
What is 4th grade? Okay.
What is the system like in Brazil? Is it not 4th grade? What is it like there?
It is. I just can't remember.
Because usually you're like 5 when you start kindergarten. So I'd say like 9, 10, something like that. That's when my friends started playing League. But I was too lazy to download League, so I never started. And I discovered League. And then it got to the point where I learned what, you know what Alt-Tab does on a computer, right? I learned the Alt-Tab method, and holy fuck, I would play all day, every day.
Damn.
I was pretty ass, though.
Were you in the era of COD? Where you play Modern Warfare?
Not
Black Ops?
competitively. I played most of the COD games on my own, with friends especially. But I never really got deep into the community, because it's kind of ironic because I play League of Legends, but I felt like the COD games were like the same concept.
What was your first COD game online? That would dictate a lot of the things we're talking about.
I feel like you're going to judge me. Ghost.
Damn, I was going to say, you're going to say Advanced Warfare.
No, Ghost.
Damn, Ghost, bro? That's so recent.
I kind of like, I went in and out of being involved or like playing COD. So like I played Ghost.
You also played the worst COD.
Yeah, that's what people say. I didn't think it was that bad. Do you feel like it's overhated or do you feel like it's rightfully hated?
I think it's rightfully hated.
I mean, people think it's over. Like, I think it's overhated too.
It is hated.
It is hated for
It
sure.
is hated.
And then I think I dipped out of and I got really into Black Ops 3. I thought Black Ops 3 was awesome. I was watching content on it. I would play it. I thought Black Ops 3 was really cool.
Black Ops 3 was good.
Yeah, which one's your favorite COD?
Probably Black Ops 1 or Modern Warfare 2. I think Modern Warfare 3 was pretty broken.
Have you played any of the recent ones?
Yeah, I was playing Black Ops 6. Pretty good.
It's kind of crazy to think Black Ops 6, like...
Yeah, it's still around.
Is it like... Because I know a lot of people are really upset whenever they make changes that make the game easier. Do you feel like the game is easier now? Or?
That's a good question. I haven't played the previous Black Ops games. I didn't play the 4 or 5. I played the 6.
3 was peak.
I played 3 a little bit. I played 1 and 2 a lot on Xbox. Were you an Xbox gamer? Wait, actually, that's too old.
No. Right? I have my answer. I played PS4.
What's your first console?
Ooh.
Mine was a Mega Drive.
Okay, I'm not that old. Okay, so
That's crazy that Mega Drive is that old.
I don't know when they stopped making these, but I used to have these consoles. Like I had a Shrek console, and I could only play a Shrek game on it. So I had like these like small cartoon consoles, and then I got the Nintendo DS, where you could put a Game Boy game at the bottom. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I forgot which. I don't remember which generation it was.
The one on the bottom? The
Yeah.
SP?
It was one of the DSs, like one of the early DSs.
Oh, the DS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I used to play the DS, so you could play regular Nintendo games like cartridge, and you could put the Game Boy. My first ever actual game that wasn't some Mickey Mouse ass game was Pokemon Emerald.
Good.
I did some chores, got some money, and I bought it pre-owned for $17.
Okay. Which starter did you get?
I've always been a fire type starter, no matter like what region it is.
It's because you're fire.
I am pretty fire, thank you.
You are pretty fire.
Yeah.
I
There's
like
There's only one reason. So cringe. There's only one region where I didn't take a fire starter. Do you know which region it was?
Sinnoh.
No, that was actually my favorite fire starter.
Is Chimchar?
Yeah, Chimchar is like Infernape is my favorite Pokemon. Actually, I don't have my phone on me, but
Infernape?
I have a Infernape Pokemon card in the back of my phone. I really like Infernape.
Infernape is goated.
Can I tell you a story about Infernape?
Yeah.
When I used to play Pokemon Platinum, which is Sinnoh, I had this really fucking OP Infernape. I'm talking level 99. You could one-shot anything. And then my friend, who lived on the street over, he's like, yo, can I borrow your Infernape to beat the Elite Four? And I'm like, sure, bro, I'll just trade it to you. Here, take it. And then I remember, like, the next week, I'm like, yo, can I have my Infernape back? Just can I have it back? He's like, oh, I traded it to my cousin, and he released it. So my friend's cousin released a level 99 maxed out Infernape. That was worse than your high school heartbreak.
Yeah, that is.
I cried.
That would make me so mad, bro.
I was like speechless because I was at his house when he told me, and I was just like, "What?"
So what did you do?
I just went home.
Yeah.
I haven't hung out with him since.
Maybe we should knock on their door. No, I'm just kidding.
I know where he lives. We're still like, I mean, I moved from that house, but he's still pretty close. So.
What is his name?
Rashab.
Rashab, if you're watching this right now, we're gonna go there soon.
Yeah, it's not the cousin's name; it's just his name. I don't remember his cousin's name at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you play Pokemon?
I do play Pokemon. Not the new ones. I don't like playing the new ones.
Yeah, I think
I played the first one until the 4th gen.
Uh-huh.
I know everything about those, but like past Sinnoh, I just can't, bro. This 3D open world Pokemon type game is not for me.
For me, Pokemon Black was the last one I could play, and the rest were kind of not really it.
I
Pokemon
heard that
Black
was really good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Pokemon? Is it Infernape?
It's Infernape, but then try and guess my second favorite. This is interesting. There's thousands of options, so.
Muck.
No?
No? Jigglypuff.
No.
I don't know, bro. Machop.
No, it's Staraptor.
Close.
No, not close at all, actually.
Can you well, you didn't give me a hint, so what is my favorite Pokemon?
Is it a starter or is it not a starter?
Yeah, it is a starter.
Cyndaquil.
No. Close.
Chimchar.
No.
If it's not Cyndaquil, it'll be Totodile.
Yes. Good job.
Pretty big brain.
I'm as dumb as Totodile.
I don't think you're dumb at all. I think you're very smart.
No, I'll feel. Yeah, a little bit. I think I have my moments. Do you have your moments?
I do have certain. I have certain
knowledge.
kind of moments. Oh, of knowledge. Oh.
And wisdom.
I don't know a lot, so usually not. But my hyperfixation would definitely be like professional League of Legends. So I know like super random facts and like different lore about random players.
Okay.
Like I won't say any names, but there's a player in the LCS who didn't know how to do laundry at 17.
I can see that because players are pretty. Yeah.
They're pretty like. It's kind of interesting because I feel like I learned a lot of life skills at like 14, 15, 16, like laundry, dishes, etc. So why do you think they don't know?
Because they are privileged to have a gaming house that it's paid and food in their house that is paid and having a manager that can do anything, even book dentists for them and make taxes for them and do this for
You
them.
sound jealous.
I'm not jealous. I am just I lived a bunch of years, generations of players,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always the same type of people.
It's kind of funny because they usually complain too.
Huh?
I've seen so many players complain about how much they're making, and I'm like,
I'm like,
Bro.
bro.
like, okay, I'm just gonna use a random number. Say you're making 200K, just a random number, 200K, and you don't pay housing because it's paid for. You usually don't pay food. You have no expenses. You're just walking away with your salary minus some taxes, obviously. I don't know what the fuck there is to complain. Like,
Yeah. There is a saying in Brazil that like people would complain with the belly full. Does that
Mhm.
make sense? Complaining with the belly
yeah,
full.
I get that expression. Like, you already have so much, but you're,
Yeah, you have so much and you're still complaining.
Yeah, I mean, I think also in regards to salaries, considering you do work more on the corporate side, I think it's a pretty true fact that a lot of the people who work in esports make less money than they would doing other things. So do you feel like it's a risk worth taking? Because I know a lot of people have started to transition out of esports, or they're sometimes adjacent, like they might work at Razer or Twitch or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
What do you think about the salaries?
I would say it varies from org to org.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are definitely orgs that would explore more lower pay for people because it's not like they have a lot of experience, so which makes sense. Um, I would say that um, salary is a pretty big thing in esports, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think a lot of people did transition out of esports because had a couple of people that are like making 30% more, 30% more outside of esports than they were in esports.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a much simpler life. So,
Yeah.
you know, I can see that.
Have you ever considered leaving esports? Because I feel like
Yeah.
I've talked to a couple of players, and the one thing keeping them in esports is the fact that they don't have an education yet. So it's like the thought of, oh, if I leave esports, I have to go to college for 4 years, and it's like that usually keeps a lot of people in esports.
Yeah. I feel like there are ways that you can do, you can stay outside of esports, but a lot of the companies, yeah, they require a certain type of degree or equivalent experience. But I think if you're a player, how are you going to put that in your resume? How are you going to translate that into like a way to get like a position that pays well, you know? I think there are some limitations, definitely. That's why the reason of like always learning. You should never stop learning. Even if you're like a coach, go do like a
Mhm.
leadership course. Like go do like a management or a team management course. Like try to still like keep your skills up. I would say like even a social media manager, like I've been doing a bunch of courses and I've been posting on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Right now I'm doing like a PM course
Mhm.
that I think is pretty good. It's not like related to social, but I think like it's a skill that will and can be translated to any type of work, project
Mhm.
management.
Yeah.
And like I think players have a pretty overloaded work hours,
Mm-hmm.
so it's hard for them to like keep doing something like that. I think it's what minus 5% of the players that would take care of that side, or even less,
Mm-hmm.
because players are always just like trying to play the game, focus
Yeah.
on playing, or growing their brand.
Yeah. Which I feel like no one really does the second one. Not many people do.
Not in the name. Some.
How important do you think that is? Because I feel like I'm just so surprised that people don't do it.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of motivation and what are your goals. I've connected with people that didn't care at all about their brand. There were
Mhm.
some people that cared about their brand but didn't know what to do. Um, there were some people that would just like Niski. Niski used to have
Mhm.
oh my god, I remember. He used to message someone to make graphics for him to post in his account on the game day and like results as well, like a normal organization. I was like, wow, you really
Care.
do good work, and like I think it paid off. Like he's pretty big on socials these days. He's
Mhm.
a pretty good creator. So like he understands that part of the business. But there are some creators or some players that like they literally don't want to do anything. Their goal is just to win. win and practice and win and practice, win. And like I think some of the players also they have to realize that you're not just playing, you also have to do content. You also have to um, do more things outside of just playing the game, like going to workout or I want to say like players should be doing incentivized by the league to do something outside of just creating content and playing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like not NFL level or NBA level, but like let's do some social activity. Like let's
Mm-hmm.
support. I don't know. Let's make a campaign about trash. Uh, like Thresh the champion. Let's
Mm-hmm.
make Thresh dress as a trash picker, and let's take players to pick up trash in the beach. Like a social campaign. Like let's make these players see how it is uh outside of just gaming or outside of just computers.
Mm-hmm.
So, damn, I just gave an idea.
That's a pretty good idea. Are you working on that idea, or
No, I'm not, but I
Mhm.
I think about trash a lot.
why?
A
Is it
lot.
because C9's trash, or
Yes, that is the reason. Yes.
yeah,
Thank you here.
yeah, of course. Anytime, my good friend.
I don't know. Just like one of those thoughts when you're at home and you're like, damn, man. You're like throwing your trash away and you're like, this every couple of days with this many people in this apartment complex and having a truck go pick it up every week. And then there's so much trash being burned
Mm-hmm.
and recycled. So I think a lot about like this type of things.
Yeah, I think like when it came to developing a brand, I used to only ever say, "Oh, just stream." But I think something I realized is it doesn't even have to be just streaming. Like you mentioned, Niski would do graphics. I know when Revenge was still in the league, he would do like vlogs. I feel like there's so many options, so it's very disheartening when I don't see any of those options being taken by players.
Yeah, you have to be different.
Mhm.
And for you to highlight between the system, oh my God, that type of conversation. You have to be different. You have to create your own stuff, and you have to showcase why you make this type of content, or like it needs to truly come from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also another thing that I've been thinking about is obviously I interned previously for 3 months and I've worked roughly on random projects here and there, but I feel like it's on the orgs their responsibility to bring out the player's personality. I feel like so many times we hear, oh, this player doesn't really have that much personality, but I feel like a lot of the time the orgs I feel like could do a better job of.
Yeah, I think it's a combo. It's a mix of how much the player is comfortable or how much they like can do,
Mm-hmm.
as well as how much they need to do because it is in their contract. Like they have to, like they're public figures, therefore they have to learn how to like promote things or be the image that the brand, the organization is looking for, or the sponsor, um, as well as what is given to them. I think like I don't know how other organizations do, uh, but there needs to be some sort of media training of like what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. If you're gonna do this content, maybe like there's something that you need to focus on. But it's hard because some players are very annoying to work with. That type of stuff. They're always just like no, 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 and I'm like, bro, you don't want me to talk to your manager or talk to.
What's the most annoying experience you've had without saying the player's name? Or is it a story you think would give away the player?
I don't think the story will give away the player, and I
Uh,
don't remember a specific. Okay, not naming players. I
mhm.
had this one player a couple of years ago that I was like, "Oh, bro, you just won. Like, go tweet about it." And he'll go like, "No, I don't want to." I'm like, "Cool." And then we just win, 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 win. It had like amazing plays. Go retweet this. Go post this. Go like, just say something, bro. You don't need to say like a huge text. Just be like,
Mhm.
2-0 weekend. Like first you start and then you like develop. But
Mhm.
2-0 weekend. We're like, today was not the day, but we'll
We'll bounce
practice.
back.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Just do something. Just give like back to the fans that are there supporting, giving their life for you in the chat and like cheering at home. So like this player didn't want to work on his personal brand. He left C9. He couldn't get a single team because like I think it matters a lot. Like if you don't grow those numbers, people are not gonna be looking at you. It's not just gameplay; it's
Yeah.
brand as well. Like I don't know. I'm gonna give another example. Do you think um, between I don't know a Jensen of LCS versus a challenger player that has like 700 followers on Twitter just because he's very good? Like I think having a brand and having numbers and having like a position in the area that you are at or in matters a lot. There's a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's a lot of players in the league because people make the joke, oh, there's players so washed. Why do they have a team? But I think there's a lot of players, like you said, there could be a promising player, but if they're very unknown, they probably won't get that spot
Yeah.
unless they're just so otherworldly talented. Like, I think when Masu came in, he didn't have much of a brand, and he's still kind of, he doesn't post too much, but he's obviously very, very, very talented. But I think over time he's become a lot more comfortable, so that's a pretty good example, I think.
Yeah. He's very
Yeah.
reserved, and
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know him.
Mhm.
But just from social, I can see like he's very reserved in his tweets, or like I wouldn't say shy,
Mhm.
but like he's not like Buipo. Let's say Buipo.
Oh,
has,
Whippo
like-
tweets every thought.
Yeah.
Sometimes it hurts him, but yeah.
But Buipo is like the guy that he understands. He's pretty good in his marketing.
Do you think Surdy would have gotten a spot if not for the LP record-breaking stunt? I actually think Surdy has been LCS ready for a split or two before he broke the LP record, but I think there's certain positions that are pretty stacked in NA. Like I think top lane's a perfect example. Sonatos, Sniper, Bwipo, Impact, Fudge. I just named 5 out of 8 players who are all pretty good with decent enough brands. Obviously, some of them better brands than others, but I think it's a type of situation where the team Surdy could join would only ever be a middle of the pack team because TL has Impact. They're not getting rid of Impact.
Yeah.
Thanatos is really good. Thanatos is not going anywhere. Sniper is pretty good. Shown moments. Has a pretty decent brand. He's not going anywhere. So I think for Surdy specifically, it wasn't a matter of if, it was definitely a when. But I think the LP definitely, the playing really well in solo queue and posting about it definitely helped him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You gotta be
Yeah.
consistent
Mhm.
as well.
You're one of the few social media managers who are very publicly facing, I'd say. Have you ever had a fan come up and ask for a picture?
Yeah.
How
You
often does it
did.
happen? I did?
I'm
When?
just kidding.
I was like, I'm not a fan, little bro. Like, I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of me?
Fuck.
Because I'm a fan of you and your content.
Wait, hold on. Does C9 have any openings in the future?
In the future, yeah.
Oh, I mean, dude, Portillo, Mateus Portillo. I am such a big fan. From day one, I've been watching your career. I am such a big fan, man.
Thank you.
Where do you get recognized the most?
What I get recognized the most?
Yeah. 'Cause-
Tweets.
When I went to LCS, I had 5 people ask for a picture. I felt like Drake.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what's funny? The person who was standing next to me was Basil. She was wearing cosplay. He asked Basil to take the picture.
Damn.
That shit was so funny. I just looked at her and laughed. I was like, sit, random.
I actually have one picture on my phone in
Yeah.
the favorites folder because I love that. It was 2019 LCS finals in Detroit. This guy came and took a picture, asking for a picture. I was like, Jack, can you take a picture real quick? And there's like someone took a picture of that.
Did he ask Jack for a picture?
No, he just asked me.
That is so fucking funny.
So I was like,
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, people come and ask sometimes. Not all the time.
What's your relationship with
cool.
Jack then? Because I feel like he's also, as you are one of the more public-facing social media managers, he's one of like maybe 2 or 3 GMs who are pretty open.
Yeah, Jack is the
Or not GM, owner.
Yeah, CEO.
Yeah, owner,
CEO
sorry.
owner. But he does like some
Yeah.
GM work for league. I think the relationship is fine. Like we're close, and much more closer when I joined C9 because like it was a new war and I was like very, 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 very hectic. Hectic? I don't know if that's the word. Like an energetic,
Energetic, yeah.
like full of energy,
Mhm.
all around ideas here and there. First time living in the US, yada yada yada. And we always got to work on socials a lot and like bring ideas and do stuff. I would say he got a little like he stopped using socials as much
Oh,
as he
yeah.
did in the past.
Past few years have been pretty rough, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean like he was much more social collaborations with him, more stuff with him. But it's fine. No, like it's because I will say that I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
so I think priorities change.
Who's your favorite coworker?
Favorite coworker.
It could be a player too, if that counts. It actually might save your ass if you say a player instead of a worker. you might not get in trouble. Nick Smith.
Nick Smith is one of the goated.
Yeah, it's a big shout.
David from the league team.
David Hahn is a good shout
David
too.
Hahn, yeah, love him. Me here in the
Mihir. Oh, I said coworkers. I mean, I'll see you in the office Monday. Oh shit, today's Monday. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I'll walk in the office.
I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty good relationship with everyone. So, yeah.
You have a favorite?
A favorite?
Yeah, you don't have a favorite? You just
Yeah.
named like 5 people.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite.
Is that a PR answer?
No, it's not a PR answer. I think
Mm.
like I have specific relationships with each person. So, yeah.
What would you say is your relationship with the league community then? Is it a
Relationship
toxic
with
one?
the league community. No, I think the league community is very strong when it comes to like fighting for the casual features in League of Legends, like Hextech chests.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was pretty good. And
I heard internally they changed their mind the next day. Like they got so much hate in 24 hours that the next day they thought about bringing it back.
that was a little
Yeah.
crazy episode, but
Yeah.
they fixed. But league community, I think it's pretty strong. It's very, very big. Now, if you talk about the league community for LTA North, it's hard.
I think it's definitely smaller.
How do we bring back the viewership that we had in the past? How do we get people interested in League of Legends again? How do we get... Look, I will always say that I don't know what is it with people in the crowd for LTA
Mm-hmm.
that they just don't cheer. They just don't cheer.
They're pretty quiet, yeah.
Like, they're very quiet. And I'm like, bro, you go to Brazil, you can barely listen to the game being broadcasted because people are so loud. Bro, I was watching TL versus Zurus in the crowd with Reaper, Nick, David, and Core JJ missed a skill shot, and this guy in the crowd was like, Core JJ, you fucking horrible! In the middle of the crowd, it was like, oh my god, bro, this is crazy. And then, like, plays were happening, like, it was nothing. It was nothing happening in the screen, but people were just, like, screaming and making chants and, like, doing so many... like they're just cheering for their teams too, like cheering so loudly for Izurus. So like, I feel that there needs to be a conversation about how fans cheer for these teams, because there's no hype for teams to like be hyped about if people are just there watching and then when the game ends. And
That's pretty
it.
accurate, actually.
And like, awesome, bro.
Do any of the new teams like DSG and Shopify being bought out by Ludwig and Moist Critical, does that make you a little bit optimistic at all? Because some of their fans are going to not come to the games.
Yeah, I feel optimistic, but I feel like I don't have a research to do when it comes to... Not research, sorry, I think that's a wrong word. But like, there's no historic event for me to say like, okay, not because they're there, we're going to see more people cheering. I really hope that there will be more people cheering for these teams. And like, I hope they're louder. Because in the past, I feel like a broken record, but I always compare 2018, 2019 because...
I mean, those are the peak years, I feel like.
Yeah, like, bro, you will go watch a TSMTL, C9 versus TL, C9 versus TSM. People were loud. People were yelling.
Whole arena sold out.
I got a warning from Riot that year because I brought a kazoo, and I was just like... in the middle of the crowd, and they were like, oh, it's getting the broadcast, so please stop. And I just wish people had more... I wouldn't say passion. I think people are passionate, but it's just like the culture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, I mean, someone in chat just mentioned that sometimes the online audience will call it like cringe and stuff when people cheer in person. I think it's definitely a disconnect between the online league viewer versus the in-person. Because I feel like you said, the fans are really passionate, So I feel like the in-person ones are the a lot nicer ones,
Yeah.
and the online ones are the ones that are telling you to after a bad game.
Yeah. I think what Austin also says is, oh, I think there is a disconnect, but also I would say that everyone online will call something cringe,
That is true.
no matter what.
If
Like,
it's good, bad, whatever.
yeah, they if it happens, they'll call it cringe or weird, until like either a creator or someone say like, no guys, it's like this is normal, etc., etc.
Mm.
But I think people shouldn't stop cheering for the teams that they love or the teams that they have a connection with. Like, and even if people are looking weird at you, fuck it, bro. You're cheering there. You're there for a reason. You paid a ticket because you're there and cheering for FlyQuest. You're cheering for GG. Well, rest in peace.
GG.
Rest in peace. For C9 and cheer for like all these teams there. DSG. So like, go there and go make noise. I don't
Yeah.
know. People just gotta learn how to go to an NFL game. See how it is.
Oh, I love the NFL. I love.
Bro, I went to a couple of Chargers games last year. Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. I
And the
wish there
Chargers aren't even that big of a fan base. Like, there's way more. Like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm from Dallas. Their fan base is absurd. So if the Chargers are crazy, some of these other teams
Yeah.
are like.
And like, I think there are some people that get the attention of the crowd when the game starts. They're like the guy that goes like, yeah, and like he claps and get everyone to get excited when the match begins.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How can we continue that engagement throughout
Yeah.
the matches? Like, I think casters, they do a good job in like getting the hype into the game.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, how can we get people to like cheer and like still like cheer in a good way and be respectful in game?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, in the crowd. So I also would say that there are situations where also Riot has a barrier. So like, if a player will say something, I might be wrong though.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill me. If a player does something or like stands up and yells at the other player, he can get fined.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
Or like,
yeah.
if you like do a gesture, of course, like it's not the CDL that you go there and you flip
Mm-hmm.
and you like everyone thinks it's cool. I think like there needs to be some way to create this banter and not just like the biggest moment of the year in terms of banter was when Sven didn't want to handshake Jan.
Yeah,
I
and that
like-
was like a big deal.
I was like, bro, people made such a big deal out of it.
And
And I
COD,
was-
they literally just stand up and flip you off.
Bro, they'll flip you off. They'll turn around. They'll flip you. The girlfriends of the
Oh,
players.
that was crazy. I've seen that. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how can I don't think League needs to be the same level of this game, but there needs to be some level of banter that is acceptable and that people won't be crying about.
Mm-hmm. We're pretty much out of time. Do you have anything to say to the fans?
Please follow me here.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
on
it.
Socials. Drop a subscribe. Amazon Prime.
Amazon
if you have
Prime.
right now.
Yeah.
Look at see below. Yeah. It was pretty crazy when we were there. Like, I know out of time, but
Mm.
if you go any voice comms and you watching like C9 play versus Loud or 100 play versus Pain, you can better listen to the comms because there's so much noise from the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go Pain, boop, 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 with the thunder sticks.
Yeah.
Like, the energy is, I guess it's culture, but
Yeah.
we'll change that.
Thank you so much, Portillo.
Hell yeah, bro. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
I'll see you on Tuesday.
I'll see you Tuesday for work.
Yes.